Yes, hello everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, welcoming you back to the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, it's the 37th day, and we're taking a look at a deck that's very near and dear to us all because we play it pretty much every 100 days. I think, at least most of them. We're taking a look at Thunderclap Skywolf, which is a classical old monster with a very unique sort of way of getting around things. He's all about nuking the boards once he rises from the graveyard, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're sending out Thunderclap Skywolf to the graveyard and reviving him on my opponent's turn, but it's going to be more than that. Because while we are going to be using pinpoint accuracy to use the Skywolf as much as we can, we're playing a different sort of build here today, thanks to our boy, Mr. Spicy Boy, who sent us this deck via our Discord. And we are taking a look at this field spell, the Summon Breaker. We are going to be breaking the meta, breaking board building decks wide open. That's the name of today's deck. We're just trying to summon out Thunderclap, nuke my opponent's monsters. And if my opponent wants to summon 20 monsters a turn, well, as long as Summon Breaker's on the board, they're just going to have to deal with it. So, we got ourselves our deck here today. We're going to be showing off the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's, and having ourselves a good old time. So, as always, the whole deck list will be at the end. For now, let's head on into the action, show off what this baby could do. Hit the like button if you like to see Thunderclap, and enough talking, let's get right into the action. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent, another day and another card game. We really want to go first with this deck as much as we can. It's very much a going first or going home sort of thing, but with an opening hand, we'll see. I mean, I've got Batterman Solar, which is nice and all. It's a good start anyway. We're up against Kashtiras. A tricky opponent to be certain. And he'll hit my extra deck, but I really don't care. The thing about this deck, we really don't need the extra deck all that much. It's something we could use, but something we don't really need all that much. It's like, you know, it's extra fluff. It's extra fluff that we can use, but don't need it. Oh, and of course he hit my Millennium Eyes. I was just about to summon that thing. Alright, whatever, doesn't matter. It don't matter that much. I have another target. I got Restrict the Regular. That'll work just fine. Alrighty, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate our Instant Fusion. Go ahead and bring out the OG Thousand Eyes. I don't really need to do Battle White this minute, so I'd rather just, like, get this thing off the board if I can. So let's go ahead and attempt to get rid of the Kashtira Unicorn. Alright, imperm that. That's actually perfect. I actually much prefer him to negate that than anything else. Alright, that works perfectly for me, man. That works just fine. Okay, works for me. So yeah, my opponent's just doing his Kashtira thing. He's got like his unicorns and things of that nature. I'll be fine. I'll be just fine, so long as... I think the only thing I would worry about in this situation is him banishing Thunderclap, but we'll see where it goes. So we're going to summon out our Batterman Solar. When this guy's normal summon, he just sends a Thunder monster to the graveyard. It's very nice. We're going to send up our Thunderclap Skywolf. Every time this thing gets special summon from the grave, he destroys all face-up monsters of my opponent, non once per turn, mind you. It's pretty dang nice. And let's see here. I guess we'll go for SP Little Might. Yeah, why not? I don't see a reason not to do this. Might as well just get Unicorn off the board right here. That way I don't have to deal with the darn... I mean, granted, it's Kashtira's. They like to revive their things from the banished pile. But we're pretty set right there. I can't attack directly anyway. So we'll just end our turn there. And we'll see where this goes, because we're all set up. I got an Ash Blossom. My opponent needs to try and special summon things from the deck or what have you. I've got double... I got double call. I got double that thing. So we'll see where this goes. I mean, yeah, he's got Fenrir. Fenrir can be obnoxious. Let me think about this. Let me think about that. A lot of things we can do. Let's see. I can't battle phase the turn I use Thunderclaps. That's the one thing I'm a little cautious about. So let's wait and see what he does first. Let's see what my opponent does first here. Gonna search it out. I assume the Tearlament or Rise Heart. That works too. Alright, so Rise Heart indeed. Very well. So Rise Heart will be summoning himself out. Let's go ahead and activate Call of the Haunted. And we'll revive on Thunderclap Skywolf. And see where this goes. Yeah, because he'll summon out Rise Heart. Mm-hmm. And then Thunderclap will activate his effect, destroying all my opponent's face-up monsters. Just as planned. Exactly what we want to see. Alrighty. We are cooking with oil now. What do we got? Ooh. Very nice, indeed. Thunder Seahorse. This is our main searcher. He just searches out Battery and Solars all day, all night. And we'll be all set here. See, it's a very simplistic deck, and I tell you, once we get Summon Breaker as well, it'll really hammer home the point, but my opponent couldn't handle the point, so there you go. That's what our deck is ultimately trying to do. Just disrupt the opponent's board before it even becomes a thing. Striking down from up from the grave, I guess. Striking up from the graveyard with lightning, destroying the opponent's board before they can get a footing. So, good for us for duel number 1. We took down Kashtira. Granted, it was they didn't get like any of their stuff going, but I was going to stop them from doing that anyway, because I had double ability to bring out Skywolf. It's really funny when you do this multiple times a turn. It really is. But that was our first duel. Let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show off more this deck can do. Try to go first as much as we can. Get the Summon Breaker. All the good bells and whistles. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright, well, unfortunately, I don't get to pick this time. Please be going second. Okay, you're not going to go second. Our opening hand, though. Oh, it's the perfect going first hand, too. It's absolutely gorgeous. Alright, what are we doing? It's Adamancipators? I'm going to guess this is Adamancipators. This feels like Adamancipator. It is almost assuredly Adamancipator. So, yeah, Rock Band, Xena Guitar, and... never mind. What on earth is this? Walkie Meru Guardian. Okay. Oh, it's 2 level 4. So there's going for Granite. Yep, Gallant Granite doing his thing, detaching material, trying to get his tuna monster, which I should definitely attempt to stop because I don't want him to start with Adamancipators if we can help it. So that'll stop Gallant Granite. And with what we have, I should be able to get up my lockdown sort of strategy. So, ooh, even better. Even better. Let us start off with Battery and Solar, which will allow us to send our monster to the graveyard. That is going to be our main shtick here. And we shall send forth the Thunderclap Skywolf. We'll activate our Summon Breaker. Very nice card. During the main phase 1, if a player summons 3 monsters, well, it becomes the end phase. It's pretty nasty. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and set a couple of our cards. I could just set 1, but it's always funny when you do this multiple times on your opponent in case they just, remove Thunderclap. I remember one year, which I think it was season 5 or 4, I forget which. I remember I was playing up against like a Machina player at the time, and I Thunderclapped him like 3 times in one turn. It was glorious. Alright, so Gallant Granite's going to do its thing. So that will let him search out the Adamancipator researcher. I'm still certain this is Adamancipators, yes. Okay, so researchers in the hand. Xena Guitar is doing something. Let's see, target a rock monster in the grave, add to the hand and place a card on the... Okay. Alright. I mean, Guardian is certainly not a... Oh, wait, it's just going back to the top, that's right. He's setting up for Adamancipator stuff. Which I'm fine with. It's totally fine. Like, he'll summon that researcher. Yes. And then he's going to use the researcher's effect, which will allow just to, just to expedite things. Let's see. Oh, it seems to be pretty straightforward Adamancipators, honestly. Although there's some Tri-Brigade action, too. Okay. Tri-Brigade Adamancipators. Wasn't expecting that. Alright. Fine, I got a bite of an apple, so I'm just chewing that, but... what do we got here? Yeah, it's good old Adamancipator Seeker. Seeker the Beaker. Unfortunately, sir, it is now the end of your turn. Your turn is now Kaputski. Now, Guardian is still on the board. Let's see. So I do need to be cautious of that. Let me think about this. Yeah. Let's activate World Legacy Secret. Indeed. So we're going to bring back our Thunderclap Skywolf. You always want to do this on your opponent's turn, because while this will nuke your opponent's face-up monsters, it will also, it costs you your battle phase. So that's why we're playing all these traps and things to revive this dude. That's the main gist of things. Now, he will negate this with Guardian, but I figure I might as well just, like, you know, bait the Guardian out. There's no reason to leave him on the board. You know, I'd rather get rid of this now than anything else. So we'll see where this goes. What are you going to do? Yeah, there you go. I mean, he wasn't going to not do that. Very good. I mean, we'll lose Thunderclap, but he'll be back. Also, I now have a spiffy token. It's a very spiffy token, and I love it. Alright. So... Pokemeru Supply Man. Very cool. We'll allow that to go through. I don't think I'm not worried about Pokemerus. Not especially. Takes a lot for them to do stuff, so... yeah. You know what? Screw it. Back to the front. Bring it back. Just bring him on back. He's not a once per turn. Very good. So that'll interrupt my opponent quite a bit. Granted, I'm now out of stuff to, you know, bring back my dude, but that's what some summoner is all about. Let's see. I do need to discard cards to do that. Okay, let's keep things simple. Let's battle into our opponent to start things off. Attack with our Thunderclap Skywolf. Attack with our Batterman Solar. And then we're going to go for our alternate boss monster. That's right. We have an alternate boss monster. Who says we don't? Do you think this deck is all Thunderclap? No. It's Thunderclap and his buddies. That's what this deck's all about. Okay, so now that we've done all that, we're going to use that spiffy token, and we're going to make our alternate boss monster, which is Summoner. He's big and scary. Also, I'll get another free spiffy token. Which the tokens really don't have like a lot of use in this deck, but you never know. They could do some stuff. I could go for SP Little Knight on top of this and banish my opponent's stuff. But I think I'm okay. But yeah, we're pretty good. Because I have some Summoner. He's a monster born on, well, a cloud. He's monster born on a cloud. My opponent's turn, I can just discard a card, and that does mess things up a little bit. Let's see. Actually, you know, we'll let that go, actually. This does complicate things slightly. Because his monster is bigger than mine. And I suppose I could have used some Summoner's effect either way, but we'll see where this goes. I mean, does he have another rock in the hand? He does. Okay. Alright. Things are a little complicated here. I have drawn into my other Thunderclap. I mean... Let me think about this. Let me think about that. Yeah, I guess. Instant Fusion. We're going to bring out... See, I can bring out Thousand Eyes Restrict and bait that out. Is that the smart thing to do? Probably not. So what we are going to do is something you'll never see, is normal summon Thunderclap Skywolf. Because why the heck not? I mean, he can negate the token summon, but I don't think he's going to. I summoned my own self. I broke my own summons. Oh no. I actually triggered it myself. Okay. That usually never happens, but okay. I mean, all's fair. Worked on us both. You know? That's fine. You know? I mean, I've got my Thunderclap Skywolf. He's on the board. I can beat over this now. And I'm all set up if my opponent tries to Adamancipate, so I'm good. That's why I kept on to the Ash Blossom, just in case. Now, granted, he has double normal summons, which is not ideal. We'll see where that goes to. I mean, we've gotten rid of 2 of his tuners. if this is Adamancipator, he has at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He probably has between 5 and 6 at minimum more tuners. What is this doing? Oh, bringing himself back. Okay. All right. That's 2 summons, by the way. Now, I will mention right here, there is a one weakness of Summon Breaker, other than just, you know, MST and things, is that if my opponent enters the battle phase and then goes into main phase 2, they can just summon all they want. It's really just a card that works against people who don't read the darn thing. That's really the biggest strength of this card, is that people don't read the darn thing. Because if they read the darn thing, then it wouldn't be half as good. And there you go. So, yeah, if my opponent had just read the card and just done what a real person would do. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read. That's the biggest strength of Summon Breaker. They don't read cards. So, thanks to that, we get ourselves another win. Let's go ahead for duel number 3. Might do a 4th duel today. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a nice deck, and I like to play Thunderclap Skywolf. So, let's go ahead for duel number 3. See what other opponents we can get a hand on. All right, everybody, the third opponent, the fighting third. Let's go right into it. Get ourselves going first. Very nice. All right, what do we have for an opening hand? Not bad, not bad, not bad. We'll start out with our... Yeah, let's go for instant fusion. I just want to hedge my bets and say no to any sort of, you know, don't want to have to deal with no ash blossoms and things of that nature. We'll go for a Batterman Solar, do his thing, ditching our Thunderclap Skywolf. We'll set up Metaverse. We'll set up Orlesky's Secret. And I could set up for SP Little Knight. I mean, it'd be better than wasting Millenniumize, wouldn't it? Or would it? That's a tricky one. You know what? My boy has done his job. I don't need to just willy-nilly make no Little Knights in this deck. It's an option, for certain. If I know more of what my opponent was doing, well, that is really annoying. Like, incredibly obnoxious. I don't like that at all. I guess I'll get my field spell to my hand just in case. Maybe he's just playing that and he has nothing else he can do. I have no idea. We'll find out in a minute. We got Lightning Storm, definitely not our friend. Not the kind of card we like to deal with. Especially now I've lost my Thunderclap for the turn. I have nothing else to revive him with. I will mention there is a Karibo actually called Ankh Karibo that actually can revive Thunderclap during the battle phase. So, if you've ever felt like playing a really off-brand kind of Karibo, there you go. What are we up against? Oh, this is Skystrikers? I guess the field nukes make sense, but it's still kind of annoying. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Interesting, I suppose. Also, what's the saying? What's that saying? Turnabout and fair play. Isn't that what they say? I think they do. Oh, you monster. He was innocent. Well, this is just becoming a very violent duel. Me and my opponent just keep annihilating each other's stuff. Let's see here. Can't draw on this turn. I guess I'll get back to the front to revive Batteryman because that's literally all I have. Oh my goodness, this is a very weird way to start the duel, I have to say. Not my ideal way of starting one, but here we are. So, we'll see. I mean, yeah, this is Sky Strikers. That can mean... Oh, it means what it means. My opponent's trying to link summon. And one good thing here, and I could have also brought back Relinquish. That would have been probably good too, but yeah, it's not really the point. It's not the point of the deck and stuff, man. But yeah, I mean, if he starts like link climbing and things like he likes to do, then, you know, our Summon Breaker ought to be very useful against that. So let's go ahead and banish some of these cards for our pot. I usually banish like a couple Summoners, Phoenix, because I rarely make the dude. My rank 7s, what else? Just stuff I'm very least likely to use. Come on. Give me something here. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go with back to the front. Just on the off chance I actually want to bring back Relinquish, because I could just do that with this too. And we'll see where this goes. Let's go ahead and put that in attack mode, set our card, battle phase, doing half damage, but that's okay. Because damage isn't really like the point of this deck. That's the thing. Thunderclap's not a deck about dealing damage. It's so much about like emotional damage. Like, you know, my opponent puts all the effort to summon out their monsters, then we nuke the darn things. That's the damage we do. Battle damage is more of a secondary concern. Alright, so now what can my opponent do? They have... I swear, you are just insufferable. They said my spell traps, right? Okay, well, screw it. I'm gonna revive Relinquish, I guess. You wanted it to come to this. There you go. Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy. I didn't want to do this to you. I didn't want to do this to you either. Well, I did want to do this, but not like this. Not like this, my Sky Striker brother. My goodness, you have all these field nukes. I mean, that's your last lightning strike, so that's good. And it's your last one of those, so that's a good thing. But now what are you going to do? You've spent so much time preparing to like nuke my boards and things. You don't have much else, do you? No, you don't. Now, granted, I don't have much either. So we're kind of in the same boat. I feel so much kinship with my opponent right now. We're both just trying to get things started with spells and things, and well, my opponent really needs a monster, and there's only like one monster that he needs, but it's like in a 40 card deck he has, you know, 3 Ray and 3 Rose. You prefer Ray though. Let's see, pod duality, turn, give me a trap please. I guess I'll take Batterman Solar. Actually, this could work. This could work just about as well. So we'll go for Batterman Solar. And just ditch another card to the graveyard to deck then. And I'll get a spiffy token, so that'll be cool. Or not. I don't really care. Which way are you negating? That's the question. I assume you're just going to negate the one that's, you know, milling to the deck. Milling to the grave and all that. Or negate everyone. Okay. I mean, to be fair, the whole point of Sky Striker is to get, like, spells in the grave. But that seemed like kind of a waste. Seemed like kind of a waste. Is that a red eye? Oh, my lord, you have Red Dragoon in here, don't you? You're playing Dragoon in your Sky Striker deck? Gross. Nasty. Ew. Do you even need that in here? I don't think so. Alright. Okay, they pausing. That means they might have something here. That or they're just angry. One or the other. I mean, I'm upset that they're playing Red Ice Dragoon in there, but that's just more of my own preference. I'm just not a big fan of Dragoon in general. Makes too many decks think that they can, like, stand up to anything. So, yeah. Not the way I was hoping this duel would go. Thunderclap didn't even get to show up, but, Lightning did strike. So, there you go, I guess. So, let's go ahead for one more duel today. You know, the Thunderclap has struck 3 times, and it's been an interesting sort of thing. We've gotten the boy on the board, and that's the most important thing. But we got time for one more, you know, right before Troll Week. So, you know, we'll make today special in that case. So let's go ahead for one more. All right, everybody, our 4th and final opponent of the day, the last chance at romance. Let's go all in, all through, and go for the gold, you know, because overall we've done amazing. We've gotten our things going. We've done exactly what this deck wants to do. I just want to see if we can... Oh, Scissors. Scissors, you betray me. Alright, oh, this would have been a great opening hand. I've got so many things surviving Thunderclap. So, I guess it depends on what this is. It's trap heavy, whatever it is. Well, we'll see. We shall see indeed. So go ahead and play your first trap. What is it? Is it some kind of floodgate? I'm gonna guess it's a floodgate. Floodgate, or this is Labyrinth. One of the two. Or both. Could be either. Let's go ahead and start with that Thunder Seahorse. Just to, I don't know, bait something out. I'm not sure what, but something. We'll get our Batterman Solars going. There you go. We'll summon out Batterman Solar, as we do. And use his effect, because my opponent might have 4 traps. I don't care. I'm gonna still play. My opponent doesn't want me to play, but I'm still gonna almost play the game no matter what. So, let's see what we got. Conquistador. Okay, so this is Eldlich. Okay. I mean, the only thing I'm really worried about in this scenario would definitely be him having the Quero. Because that is the ability to remove mine cards from mine grave. And I really don't want him to do that for obvious reasons. So, that's the only thing I'm worried about, I would say. Balls. Not Trap Trick. Okay, so he's definitely going to be playing, yeah. Elixir of the Scarlet Sanguine. Blah, 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 as they say. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Oh, I would have really had this on my opening hand. That would have been great. Let me think about this. I could go for instant fusion. I can't special summon anything. So, I guess I'll get my... No, Summon Breaker won't work against Eldlich. They don't summon enough. I guess I'll go for Ash Blossom. I can at least activate the darn thing, so that's something. It's something. So, we'll go ahead and set all of our cards as we do. And we'll pass the turn, because there's nothing else we can do. So, let's see what my opponent's got. Let us see. Because they have the Scarlet Sanguine, but I literally just set up a card to stop this. So, alright, that's a little less Scarlet, although he can banish this to set another Golden Land spell trap. So, we're not out of the woods by a long shot. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin are we done here. And I can tell you that because I did regrow my beard that I have hair on my chinny chin chin. Yeah, my opponent's smart enough to go for a Quero. Although, if you play Pot, you can't do the traps right now, can you? Alright, interesting choice. Torrential Tribute, definitely a possibility here. Super Poly. I guess we do have a bunch of light monsters, so that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and call by now, just to, get things set up here. Just to get things all rolling. I mean, he can't play any of his, trap monsters at the moment. So, why not? And then we'll just destroy this dude. I mean, he'll get more stuff. Because that's kind of how Eldlich works. But... Ow. Okay, so... Okay, that just stops everything. Okay. Whatever. Whatever, man. I could just do it again. So I will. I'm just gonna do it again because I have the ability to do it again. I'm gonna keep doing it again. The only problem being that, yeah, he will still get, stuff. But, again, if I just sit here, what's the point? But yeah, he will be able to get his third of this. I would assume that's what he would get. So if I could top deck into my other Ash Blossom would be really nice. That would be my favorite thing to draw into right here. Alright, what do we got? Summon Breaker. Aw. Literally the card I didn't want to get into. Let me think about this. Let me think about that. That's a hard one. Let me think. If I summon Bannerman Solar number 2, I'll get another token. Get my other Thunderclap Skywolf set up. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Bannerman Solar number 2. He has the Quero. He has the trap that gets him at his boss monster. Don't know what this is yet, but we'll find out at some point. So, yeah, we'll see where this goes. We'll do snarky things before we drop the Summon Breaker on him. But again, Summon Breaker doesn't really work against Eldlich all that much. Also, I think this chain order will... I'll keep my stuff. Why would you play a Quero now? He literally does nothing without the monster. You silly person. All right. That's what you want to do. You do you, sir. You do you. Okay. I have a feeling my opponent doesn't know how to play. Either I am so out of the loop of how Eldlich work that I am just like a fool, or my opponent has no idea what they're doing. It could go either way, but I'm going to summon out this guy. Good old Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of the Chaos. If I beat over somebody, then I can just straight up banish Eldlich. And without this thing, my opponent's going to have a hard time. Barring this potentially being... What's his face? Solemn Johnson. Okay, that was not my first choice, but that is a choice. Let me think about this. What is my next option here? Let me think about that. That is a hard... Okay, so... If I bring back... This isn't... Yeah, that's the thing. I can bring my Thunderclap Skywolf, nuke my opponent's board, go into SP Little Knight. That is an option, I suppose. You just banish this thing. That is an option. Oh, boy. Or should I wait a turn? I'm going to hit my opponent up with Summon Breaker to spook him. And we're going to see where this goes, because they did waste a Quero. Like I said, that's the only one of these traps I really, I'm afraid of. Because this does just steal up the cards in my grave and banish them. But my opponent didn't do that, so I don't know what they're up to. Okay, set a Golden Land spell trap. I assume it's the continuous spell. Considering everything else would have to wait a turn. Or this guy. I was actually worried that this was going to be the thing that my opponent had face down to, weaken my Chaos Soldier. But it wasn't, so I'm glad for that. Okay, what are you going to make now? Oh, wait, if he makes the Mad Guy, never mind. He made Garura. Okay. I think that's okay. I mean, it's not great. Let's see. It was the one summon you had, so let's go for back to the front. Bring out the Thunderclap. And that will destroy my opponent's monsters. Granted, he'll get the draw card, and he'll still get a card at the end phase. And he might just revive the Goldie Boy. Which is really the real reason I was going to... That was the reason I was thinking of going to, SP. Just to banish this dude, because once you start banishing Eldlich Golden Lords, Eldlich can't do anything. So we'll see. Can't be destroyed. Yeah, it can't be destroyed, but I can still banish the darn thing. That's the thing. I can banish you. What can I really... I could really use my instant fusion right now. That would be great. That would be my top choice right there. Alright. Cursed Eldorando. Nice. Although, Okay, here's what we'll do. Summon out Battery Solar. Use his effect. My opponent has a Conquistador. So they can obviously, conquist at some point. That is true. He can conquist, and he shall. Okay. That works perfectly. Who are you destroying? One fate. Okay, it could be any card, actually. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's totally okay. I was hoping you would do that. Let's go for Instant Fusion. Let's go for Thousand Eyes Restricty Man. Very good. We'll go ahead and use Thousand Eyes Restricty Man on the opponent's Eldritch Golden Man, just to do it. And we're going to go into FP Little Knight as soon as I can click the right button. But Chumba. Now, obviously, this will end my own turn, but I wouldn't be able to do anything else after this anyway, so it doesn't matter. Where is Eldritch Golden Man? There he is. Yeah, so long as this guy gets... I get rid of this dude, we're good. Because without him, my opponent can't do anything. Now, granted, they still have their spell, but I'm less worried about that than you'd think. A little less worried about that because he only has, 3 uses of the thing left. Nope. I think we're good so far. Cursed Eldorando, getting another one of these things. Okay. Uh-huh. And you're gonna attempt to get rid of my monster. So I'm just gonna get rid of our monsters for us. Granted, I'm aiming to take quite a bit of damage here, but it is what it is. All right, get back the Goldie Man. I just need one of my revival cards, and I'm all set. All right. Got ourselves a really nice back and forth going on right here. Oh, he's out of. Oh no, he sent Haquero. Okay. I just noticed he sent another Haquero. Okay. He's gonna be running low on stuff. Oh, also this just leaves the board. That's nice. All right. Go pod duality. Turn. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's exactly the card I needed. Alrighty. So let's set up our trap. End our turn again. We got him. I am fairly confident that we got him. Now, let's see. Yeah, he will still be able to summon his monster back, but that's what we're going to do. Oh, I really wish I had put the other relinquish, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Not especially. I think it's fine either way. All right. Thunderclap Skywolf. Destroy the monster. Now, he can bring it back, of course, but he'll have to get rid of one of his spells again. Or, conversely, that's not good. That's like the worst option. Oh, boy. Lava Golem. Who plays Lava Golem in Eldlich? Apparently this guy does. If you ever see this guy in Yugioh Pro, watch out. He plays Lava Golems in Eldlich's. Alright. But I drew into another pot. Come on. No. None of those are good options. Literally none of them. I guess I could get Metaverse just a deck thin, but that's still not good. And his monster is gonna be... Well, actually, it's only until... Yeah, it's only for like a turn. And then it goes back lower. So, yeah, maybe. It ultimately will depend here on like what my opponent draws into. So let's Metaverse here. Get Chicken Game. Ooh. Chicken Game. That'll be a very silly card. Alright, what are we drawing into? Another Nibiru. Okay. Now the question is, am I brave enough to play Chicken Game? Maybe not anymore, no. I wish I could, but I think that's a silly idea right now. So yeah. So I'm gonna go to 35. That'll take a we'll see. If my opponent does nothing, and they did, I don't want to win with their monster. I want to win with my monster. Darn it. Okay, well, I guess that's just gonna have to be for the final attack. We'll attack him with his own lava golem. All right. Well, I certainly didn't see that happening, but there you go, folks. So I think we've done enough for today for our Thunderclap Skywolf. We've done everything we needed to do. Let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So Thunderclap Skywolf of 2025. You know, it's just a timeless classic strategy. Nothing much has changed about it, because nothing needs to change about it. Thunderclap Skywolf it's just an engine that it works. It does what it needs to do. We're popping our opponent's stuff during their turn, and we love doing it. So I hope everybody has a good time. Thunderclap Skywolf. One last time, my buddy. One last time in the 100 days Yu-Gi-Oh! It's you and me. But it was a good day. You know, we got to do everything Thunderclap wanted to do. There were some very interesting duels for certain. We didn't always get to do like the plan, but the plans ultimately managed to work out. So I hope everybody did enjoy today's episode. If you did, hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And starting tomorrow will be Troll Week. That's right, we're trolling people for a week. Alter Memphis will be like hosting the majority of that, so be ready for that one. He's a bit of a loose cannon, but he's a cool guy. And yes, here's the deck list. Have a good time with this deck. It's a classical favorite of mine. and I hope you enjoyed as well. So for our main deck, we have 3 copies of Nibiru, 2 copies of our Thunderclap Skywolf, 3 copies of Thunder Seahorse and Batteryman Solar, 3 copies of Ash Blossom. We have ourselves Instant Fusion, Harpy's Feather Duster, Foolish Burial, Pot of Prosperity, 3 copies of Duality, 1 Call by Grave, 1 Set Rotation, triple Summon Breaker, 1 Chicken Game, 1 Extra Net, triple Backs to the Front, triple Metaverse, triple Call the Haunted, and triple World Legacy Secret. For the extra deck, we have things like Masquerena, triple Summoner. We have IP Masquerader's cousin or something, Little Knight. We have Nightmare Phoenix. We have our Blackluster Soldier, our Access Code Talker, our Underworld Goddess. We have number 11 Big Eye, the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, good old Typhon, good old Double A Zeus, which you almost never go into either of these, but we have them if we need them. Thousand Eyes Restrict and Millennium Eyes Restrict to be used depending on, whatever situation you get into. Side deck, pretty basic stuff. Things like Gamma Seal to tribute opponent's monster, back row removal like Lightning Storm and Cosmic Cyclone, and Twin Twisters. Imperm if you find the need for it, but don't really need it that much. And then there's old Evenly. I'm not a big fan of Evenly, but you do have this if you happen to be going second against a lot of things and you really need to break a board before you can break other boards, that sort of thing. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys again tomorrow for Troll Week. I won't tell you what the first day of Troll Week is though, because that's part of the fun. So see you guys again tomorrow. Your boy Memphis signing out. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy. You have a good one.